Hi guys, Rachel here with the Cackling Moon. This is going to be a weekly energy reading for the week of July 27th through August 2nd. This is the final week of the month of July. I've been MIA, but I wanted to make a little bit of a comeback. So if you are interested to see what the cards have to say about your week ahead, please keep on watching. Okay, you guys, so it has been a minute. It's been almost, I would say, probably either about a month or almost a month since I've done a weekly energy reading. So I just wanted to first apologize for that. At the beginning of July, I started my candle business, my little cackling moon candle line. And it was something that I started up in May, and it was an idea that came to me in April. So it was just kind of like this little hobby thing that I wanted to test out and see if I even enjoyed it. And it turned into just this thing that I love, and I'm obsessed with it. I love making candles. It's relaxing and it's very rewarding. So all of July, I have been, I came out with 2 batches of candles, and they've all sold out. With the remaining, I only have 2 left, but they've all sold out. People are loving them, they're enjoying them, and it's just kind of exciting to see Cackling Moon candles popping up all over the States. So that said, I've been very, very busy with getting like acclimated to having a candle line. This is something I've never done before. I have never come up with a product. I've never had to do shipping. I have like crazy shipping stuff all over my floor and a big old box here. So this is all new to me. This is all new to me, you guys. So because of that, I had to kind of like rearrange my usual routine. And the very first thing that I had to like kind of cut out temporarily were the weekly energy readings, just to give me a little bit more time to do everything else. So that said, here we are. We're going to be doing the weekly reading for the last week of July. So the 27th through the 2nd of August. I'm feeling a very like gold vibe from this coming week. So I went with decks that had like gold features in them, or they had the gold foiling. I have a ton of tarot decks that have the gold foiling, or that have like the metallic foiling, but I can only use so many tarot decks in the weekly energy pool. So I pulled some oracle decks that may not have the foiling, but they do have just like real gold looks to them, or they just have like this like Egyptian / cosmic feel to them. So I kind of went with as close of a theme as I could, but definitely been feeling like that yellow or gold solar plexus sacral chakra vibe. So that's what I'm feeling for this week for us. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into the cleansing part of this video reading thing. So what I like to say is just kind of get yourself comfortable. So get yourself comfortable, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cleanse the space to open space for our reading. But I'm also going to be cleansing self, and also, you know, virtually cleansing you guys. So while I'm doing this, I always say take in deep breaths of positive energy, and then hold it for a second or two. And then as you're breathing out, or like as you're exhaling, get rid of all of the stuff that you're holding in, whether it's negative energy, negative feelings, emotions, a mood that you're in, fears, negative stuff that's been taking place for the last prior week. Because this is kind of like, figuratively speaking, this is getting ready for a brand new week. Tomorrow is Monday, and it's just kind of like everything resets itself, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and light some sage, and we're going to get started with our little cleanse. So just go ahead and find yourself a nice peaceful place to sit. Close your eyes if you want to. Start gathering up all of that negative energy within you so you can get rid of it, okay? And let's take a deep breath in and out. It always helps to do when you're exhaling if you can. I mean, if you're in a house full of people and you're kind of embarrassed, you don't have to. But it kind of helps to exhale loudly. So it's just kind of like a nice way to, like you're releasing it, okay? So don't feel embarrassed. Let's take in a deep breath in. And out. As you breathe out, you're gonna feel your shoulders drop. You'll feel your body kind of relax as it sets itself. Go ahead and close your eyes, you guys, and take in a couple deep breaths in. And out. And we open up space for this reading. We open up space to see what the cards want to show us for the week ahead. We give up all of our negative energy from the past week, from the past month. It's been rough. Everybody's going through something in their own way. Let's give it up. Let's let it go. Open our hearts and our mind, our body to the week ahead. I'm going to go ahead and cleanse the cards now. We are open to message from Spirit, from our guides. Whatever sticks out to us is a message for us personally. What doesn't resonate, we let it go. It's not meant for us. It's meant for someone else. All right. Take one more deep breath in, you guys. And out. Go ahead and spray. I like to end it with some mist. It smells so good. Spray you guys. Woo. Beautiful. Oh my God, this stuff smells so good. Okay, I'm gonna put my sage stick over here. You guys like my little sign? Isn't that cute? I just got batteries for it, so I'll be able to light them up. And then of course, you know, my little candle. She's almost done. So exciting. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and let me show you guys the decks that I'm going to be using. I know I have a lot of readers who watch these videos, and sometimes you guys want to know what decks am I working with. So let's get into that. So the tarot decks, I'm using the Nefertiti's Tarot. Nefertari's, I'm sorry, Nefertari's Tarot. I believe this one's out of print. Not sure, don't quote me on that, but I think it is out of print. It's a gorgeous deck. It has gold foil features to it. The Mythical Creatures Tarot. This one has metallic foiling. And I'm going to be using my Tarot Black and Gold edition. This deck is so pretty, and I don't give it enough love because the box is so huge that I have to store it somewhere else other than my usual typical space. So I've been purposely putting it on my bookshelf so that I can like grab it and use it because it's such a pretty deck. I just forget I have it. So those are the tarot decks I'm using. The Oracle decks, I'm going to be using Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Love this deck. This is the 2nd edition. The Cosmic Reading cards for that cosmic vibe that I was feeling. Isis Oracle. I don't use this one hardly ever, but it's like really, really accurate when I do read with it. So the Isis Oracle, I was feeling drawn to like those cosmic vibes, the Egyptian vibe, and then also just, I don't know, it's a really pretty gold deck. Angels, Gods, and Goddesses. This one has really pretty gold features to it, and the artwork is gorgeous. The Magic and Manifestation Affirmation cards. This deck is out of print, but it does have that gold foil that I really like. The Doreen Virtue Angel Therapy cards. Love this deck. It's one of my favorites. Has gold gilding on the edges. And my Angels of Atlantis Oracle cards. This is such a cosmic, Egyptian/cosmic deck. It just feels so starseed vibe. So definitely recommend it. And those are the cards that I'm going to be, or those are the decks I'm going to be reading with for today's reading. So let's go ahead and get into the piles. Okay, guys, so these are the piles that we're going to be choosing from. We have pile 1, 2, and 3. Pile 1, I chose a citrine. This is a natural citrine tumbled stone, and it's real flat, so I really love this one because I stick this one in my wallet. This is kind of like my go-to crystal when I am trying to manifest money and abundance, and citrine is just really good for manifesting money, abundance, and prosperity, and just really good hearted things. It's a part of the solar plexus, so it's just happiness and just all of those radiating vibes. And as you can see, it has this gorgeous translucent look to it. It just looks like the sun. It reminds me of the sun, and it's a very powerful little crystal. In pile number 2, I have a honey calcite. Honey calcite is just I love any kind of calcite stones. They kind of have like a waxy feel to them. Honey calcite has very similar properties to citrine. At least I work with it in that way. So just same thing, abundance, money, prosperity, just really good overall good feelings. Or if you want to work with your solar plexus chakra, you know, I also recommend honey calcite. It's sometimes much more easily accessible than natural citrine. So I'm talking about natural citrine. I'm not talking about the heat treated amethyst citrine. This is the natural citrine, which is a little bit more harder to come by. And then in pile number 3, I have a yellow jasper. So yellow jasper, I just thought this one would be pretty cool to put in the pile. It is not a translucent stone, so you can't see through it. It has a nice yellow, kind of like a yellowy honey feel to it. And I don't know, it just gives like these warm feelings, like just real warm, comforting vibes, very sweet energy, like honey, right? So those are the piles, pile 1, 2, and 3. I just want you guys to focus on which one you are drawn to, what crystal is calling to you, which pile do your eyes just feel called to, which one do you want to use as your guidance for the week. So go ahead and select your pile. And then go ahead and look in the timestamps. I will post it in the description box or also the comments, and you can fast forward to your pile reading. So pile 1, 2, and 3. Hello, pile number 1. So you guys chose the natural citrine crystal, and we are going to jump right into your reading. So I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'm actually going to read with the tarot first. Usually I start with oracle, but let's do the tarot first. So let me go ahead and get those cards out. Okay, so I pulled cards. I pulled one major arcana card. We're going to look at the theme of the week, then we're going to look at the week ahead, the weekdays, and then the weekend, okay? So the theme of the week for you guys is the Empress. Gorgeous. So the Empress energy, she is all about creation and creativity. She's all about birthing, you know, new ideas, fresh new starts, new projects. Okay, she's all about the earth energy. She utilizes the earth energy to help her in her practices. She's very motherly and nurturing energy as well. So anything, any project or anything that you are using or doing this week, any kind of new, you know, fresh new starts, if you're starting a new job, if you're starting a new project, if you're starting, you know, whatever it is that you're doing this week, any intentions that you may be setting, you're going to have a very nurturing feel to it, very mother vibe. So you're going to treat it like your baby and take care of it and nurse it and let it grow. So you're planting seeds. Some of you guys will be planting seeds. Others of you will already be blooming with your, you know, your new creations and whatnot. But the Empress energy is telling you to be creative and to utilize the earth vibes this week. So beautiful, beautiful card. Okay, so the beginning, middle, and end of the week with the tarot cards, we have the 5 of Wands, we have the Strength card, and we have the High Priestess. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, well, the weekend is going to be these 2 cards. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday-ish. We have the 5 of Wands. So we're starting the week off. Some of you guys will be starting the week off in a more competitive mode, okay? Some of you guys are going to be seeing a need for really putting in more extra effort. And maybe it's like in a job that you're starting, or, you know, extra effort in your relationships or in your encounters with people this week. Some of you guys might be feeling a little bit tangled up with your encounters with people. Some of you guys might be feeling a little bit jealous energy, or just feeling like you have to compete with others to get what you want or to be successful. So this could be a little bit of a rough start for the beginning of the week, but kind of you turn that energy into something that will work for you. So turn it into something that's going to be to your advantage. Don't let it eat you guys up, okay? Then we have the High Priestess energy, and you also have 2 major arcana. So High Priestess and the Strength card. And this is really guiding you guys to trust your intuition, using your intuition to lead you, to guide you, okay? I kind of hear like that Jiminy Cricket where he's saying, let your conscience be your guide. That's kind of going to be the theme for you guys this week. That is where your strengths will happen. Trusting those third eye vibes, trusting your intuition. Those of you guys who connect with your spirit guides, really paying attention to the signs. Your spirit guides might be trying to get your attention this week. There could be a lot of need for that. I also kind of see the Strength card as bringing in patience too. So we may find ourselves becoming a bit impatient with that 5 of Wands card. The work week could be a little bit, you know, a little bit rough, or have a rough start, but I feel by the end of the work week, so by Thursday-ish, you guys are going to kind of start to feel more relaxed and more like you've tamed the beast. So whatever the beast resembles for you in your week, whether this is your relationship, or it's your kids driving you crazy, or it's a job, or whatever the case, or it's like maybe if you do readings, if it's a client that is difficult, that's going to be, you know, up in the beginning of the week, but eventually I kind of feel it simmers down and you will gain control, you will gain trust, and everything's going to be okay. So the weekend you guys have, now please bear with me, I don't use this deck often, so the weekend, oh, we have Strength, no, sorry, it's the Fool. I thought this was the Tiger. We have the Fool, and you guys also have the 5 of Swords. So double 5 here, okay? 5 of Swords and 5 of Wands. 5s are problematic cards, okay? So 5s usually mean trouble. It usually means fighting or arguing or competition, or just a little bit of a kind of like a static to the vibe, okay? So for the weekend, I kind of see, I feel like it's saying like in order to break this kind of static, this tension that you might be feeling between you and whether it's your relationship or it's your kids or whatever this tension is for this weekend, it's kind of saying like start over, right? Like have a reset, press the reset button. The Fool energy is also guiding you guys, some of you guys needing to just kind of get out of your usual routine. So I feel like that 5 of Swords is also kind of telling you to break those routines. Try something different, try something new this weekend, go somewhere different, try something else to eat, you know, I mean, like little things, because there's only so much we can do right now. So if it is like trying a different restaurant, or trying, you know, ordering food to go from somewhere new that you've never been, or switching up the routine around the house, maybe, you know, opt out of the whole cleaning for the weekend and just enjoy a lazy weekend, or whatever it is, whatever it's going to take for you guys, but to break those typical cycles and routines that sometimes it's like it gets so tense, it's kind of like you're not having fun anymore, okay? So that's what I see with the tarot cards. Let's go ahead and get into the oracle. So our oracle cards, we have the Revenge. Ooh, so this is Mars and Scorpio. Mars and Scorpio and Revenge. So like I said, that's that 5 of Wands right there, that 5 of Wands, that 5 of Swords. So some of you guys may be wanting to get back at someone, or revenge could be, you know, someone did you wrong the week prior, and so you're kind of dragging out those feelings into this week, and maybe that's why things are off to a rough start. You're being guided though, right, to listen to your intuition, that High Priestess energy, and to tame that beast. Maybe this is you guys, some of you is taming your own anger issues. Some of you guys might have some anger problems, and it's kind of like, as much as you want to seek revenge and be petty, you know, it might be better for you to sit it out. Okay. Look at that image. Like we have lovers that are messing around, and then we see this guy has his head. So some of you guys might be dealing with that. Maybe you're dealing with, you know, some marital affairs and whatnot. And this week it's just like you're out for blood, right? But also I feel like it's kind of like, as much as it sucks, like this fucking sucks. Like, I mean, I would probably lose my shit too. But is it worth it, right? Is it worth it to go that extra route, to be revengeful and whatnot? That's nasty energy to be in. So really rethink your actions and whatnot, you guys, especially some of my loves who are watching this who have anger problems. You just have an issue with anger. It's hard for you to hold back. This is going to be a test, okay? This will be a test for you guys, but I feel like you're going to come out strong in the end. We have be fearless. I love it. So be fearless in this week, whatever your quest is, whatever your desires are. We have the Empress. She's a number 3. We also have 3 with fearless. So definitely that Empress vibe is with you guys this week. Be fearless in your endeavors. You know, don't allow your fears to stop you from doing things that you want to do, right? Be daring and try new things, especially with that Fool card popping up. Try new things, start new sorry, I got thirsty. Start new projects, start new patterns, like new cycles, right? Get out of the same old kind of stuff. We have Mother of Life. Ooh, that's a pretty card. Mother of Life, nourishment of the golden grain mother. I really see this as Empress energy too. So I feel like Mother of Life is mother energy. It's creation energy. Very significant this week for some of you guys. Some of you guys are mothers yourselves. So like I said, this could be challenges with the kids. This could be challenges with just being, you know, home and maybe trying to figure out, you know, what am I going to do to keep these kids entertained? That kind of thing. I mean, it could be simple or it could be major. Like this could be, you know, Empress energy. This could be dealing with new jobs and, you know, new relationships, or dealing with marital affairs. So it's going to be different for everyone. Okay. It's going to be different for everyone, but, that's why I say take what resonates and then leave everything else. Okay. We have Angel of Abundance. A steady flow of abundance is about to manifest. So again, with that, that's why I was feeling that gold vibe. That's why I was feeling the citrine. Citrine is all about abundance. So this week, some of you are going to be receiving abundance in some kind of form, whether it's information, whether it is a quest, whether it is money. It's going to be different for everyone, but be open to receiving. We have serenity. So calmness, you guys. This is what I'm talking about. Like instead of like going crazy and like seeking the revenge, right? We want to battle that. You want to counteract that. You want to be in more of a serene mode. And this is so earth energy. This is so Empress energy. So that's why I'm saying if you're feeling angry and you just feel like you're at your wit's end this week, go outside, right? Put your bare feet in the grass. Go outside, water your plants. If you have gardens, you know, water your plants and stuff. That's very relaxing. Spend time in the energy of earth. And that's going to help you guys settle your moods, especially if you're really feeling it. Archangel Michael, you are working very closely with this powerful archangel who's protecting and guiding you through the situation. So again, some of you guys who are dealing with the marital affairs, you have protection on your side. So you don't always have to be the one out for blood. You're going to have that energy there that is watching over you. Okay. Other people who are dealing with other issues in their family life or their relationships or their job, just know that it's divinely protected and you don't always have to have control. Same thing with that strength card like we talked about. Sometimes it's like everything is going to kind of work itself out. You got to just trust your intuition on this process. And lastly, we have meditation with Archangel Jophiel. So meditation is going to be important. I see this yellow, it looks like a yellow orb or a jewel. So that to me is the solar plexus. So like I said, I was really on the money with this, with feeling solar plexus vibe and feeling the gold. Do meditations this week, especially if you were focusing on serenity and trying to calm yourself down. Do solar plexus meditations. You can Google it. You can put it up on YouTube and find one. Really work with your solar plexus. If you have citrine crystals with you, I would recommend getting citrine and working on it as well. Okay. So you guys hang in there. It's going to be a really good week, but I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a roller coaster. May start out rough, but by the end of the week, it's going to get a little bit easier. You just kind of have to adjust. Okay, you guys? Thank you so much. Have a beautiful week, and I will talk to you later. Bye, my loves. Hello, pile number 2. So pile number 2, you guys chose the honey calcite crystal. I love this one. He's really, really pretty. So we're going to be looking into this pile to see what energies the week has ahead for you guys. And I'm going to start off with the tarot cards. I'm going to do it a little bit different this week. So let's go ahead and look into it. So for the tarot, the theme of your guys' week this week, the theme of your week, you guys have the Hierophant, okay? So the Hierophant is a structure, okay? This is structure and just kind of having rules and an agenda. I feel like you guys picked this pile because you were being guided to have a to-do list, all right? This week, you need a little bit more structure in getting things done. Some of you guys have been procrastinating. Some of you guys have just had too much on your plate and you're not being as productive as you should be, is what I want to say. So the Hierophant energy of this is saying this is a week of structure. This is a week of having a list, a to-do list, having some kind of a plan, okay? We got to plan things a little bit better instead of trying to free flow. So that's the Hierophant. Okay, so the week ahead. So the beginning, middle, and like about going towards the weekend. Ooh, you guys got some good cards. You guys have the Death card. You have the Lovers. And you have the Six of Cups. Okay. So right off the bat, I'm kind of seeing a couple things. Some of you guys will be experiencing a new love or like someone from the past coming back, okay? This could be an ex-lover, especially with that Death card. This could be a relationship that you thought was once over and they're going to resurface. Some of you may want this, some of you may not, okay? So be aware that this is a probability of what may happen. There could be some remorse happening here where they're going to be very apologetic and you may, hear them out and maybe you will have a, coming together or maybe not, right? For some other people, I'm seeing this is a week of making a decision. So the Lovers will sometimes indicate choices that need to be made. And that Death card, I feel, is sometimes this is ending. So some of you guys might actually be saying goodbye to a relationship that has kind of just worn itself out. Like you're just done. You're over it. Okay. It's kind of like maybe you guys will have a mutual agreement to cut ties and end things. So I kind of see that happening too with some of you. Others, this is the beginning of a week of change, okay? So maybe you've recently gone through some major shifts and changes. Some of you guys maybe have experienced a loss in the family. And so you're just kind of learning how to maneuver your way through this. So it's a big change either way. And some people, it's a big change. Like I said, if someone losing someone, or this could be just minor changes. It's just a new pattern or a new to-do list, okay? So it's going to be different for everybody. But I feel like there's, choices that need to be made. There's decisions. There's maybe some acts of forgiveness happening this week. There's reuniting. I feel like some of you guys are going to finally see some family members you haven't seen in a while, or reconnecting with an old friend, that kind of vibe as well. So I kind of see, a lot of different things happening this week, but as well as exciting that may be, you still have to remember you have a very structured week ahead. So make sure that you still remain on task, even if all of these other little hiccups kind of happen and take place. You still want to make sure you're maintaining some kind of a balance so you get stuff done. Let's look at the weekend. So the weekend, we have the Empress and we have Queen of Wands. Beautiful. So Empress is creation. This is creativity this weekend. Get yourself involved in a hobby, really. Get involved in a hobby, especially with the Queen of Wands. She loves to tend to her passions, whatever she's passionate about, whatever she's feeling, connected to, and really likes to look good and feel good. So some of you guys, this is putting on that makeup, getting your hair done, doing your nails, whatever you got to do. Feel good this weekend. Look your best just to feel your best, right? For others, this could be literally diving into a hobby that you love, right? So this could be a weekend of needing to do that. I kind of see this for myself. Getting into making a couple extra candles to put up in my shop, that kind of thing. So it's going to be different for everybody, but I feel like the vibe this weekend is, really kind of treat yourself vibe. That's what these two cards kind of feel to me, especially if you are some of you guys who have been going through quite a bit, some of you who've experienced a loss, or you're going through some stuff with the relationship. Okay, so let's look at the oracle cards. So the oracle cards, we have discovery. This is Mercury in Sagittarius. So this is discovering new things, new parts of the world, right? Travel plans, even though right now it's kind of almost impossible to do that. But I feel like discovery is like learning new things, learning a new trade, learning a new craft, right? And especially with this weekend with the Empress and that Queen of Wands, some of you guys are just hungry for a new project, something to keep you busy. So I see this discovery card as kind of saying this is time to, see what else is out there. What else can you do to change and switch up your routine? Excuse me. We have gratitude. I love it. So gratitude is just, don't forget to be thankful for everything that you have. This card is absolutely gorgeous. We have like a bunch of little jellyfish and little octopus here. I know I've never really noticed that. It's like ocean. I feel like this card is kind of saying to remember to be thankful for the little things, the little blessings that you have in your life. I think it's very easy that we forget just how good and how good we have it. And sometimes we need to be reminded of, the little things to be thankful for. So this is a week of a reminder. Some of you guys really needed to hear that message. I feel like that spirit coming through saying that, especially if you guys are dealing with major losses and whatnot. It's kind of like, even though it feels like it's, the end of the world and you're never going to get through it, you will. It takes time, and also just try as much as you can to surround yourself with projects, hobbies, people, things that you are just so grateful and thankful for, because your life does have these blessings in it. It's just sometimes it's overshadowed by some of the pain, right? So I felt like that was a channeled message. Someone who's watching this needed to hear that. You guys also have soul retrieval, deep soul healing with the goddess. Oh, so much healing. So much healing, you guys. Again, I'm seeing that glow, that solar plexus glow. So like I was saying earlier in the video, I feel like this is a lot of solar plexus energy work that's having to be done. Solar plexus represents our health and it represents our happiness. So definitely soul retrieval, deep soul healing. You guys are going through some healing process and finding your happiness, redefining your happiness, which is definitely with that Empress and that Queen of Wands energy. Your happiness is projects, right? What little things in your life that you do that make you happy, aside from, it's nice to be, it's nice to go to work and make money, but we all have to have something that just makes us feel like we're living a purpose. And not everybody has a purpose that fulfills their career, right? So we find our purpose in hobbies or things that we collect. So I feel like it's kind of like you're discovering those things this week, or you're redefining what gives you purpose in your life, that kind of stuff. Angel of Expression. What a gorgeous card. Angel of Expression. Speak your truth and express yourself clearly. So really making sure that you guys are not beating around the bush. Okay. I feel like this week, some of you are really going to have to speak up for yourselves. You're going to have to express what's really on your mind and heart, especially when some of you guys are going through some, relationship stuff. If you have an ex that comes back into your present life and they want to make amends, or they're they're apologizing. Some of you guys are really going to be challenged with speaking your truth, and that's going to be important for you, because if you're not speaking your truth, then you're really kind of not doing yourself a service, right? So making sure that you are practicing expressing what's on your mind and heart, exactly what it is, so those people know what's going on, right? The fantasy card came through. I love it. So we have a unicorn for fantasy. I kind of feel like this is kind of like that little guilty pleasure of, even though we have so much stuff we got to do and we have to maintain structure and like a to-do list this week, it's also nice to kind of make some time for the fantasy, make some time for you to just kind of veg out to Netflix or to dive into a book, a fantasy read, you know, preferably something fiction that is just not true, something that is just going to help you escape your reality, because I'm telling you, I feel like some of you guys are really going through some hard stuff. Okay, may not just be this week that you're dealing with it, it could also be this, you know, it's been a couple weeks, but I feel like some of you guys need to be told you have permission to dive into the fantasy if dealing with this reality is a little bit tough. Just don't get too engrossed in the fantasy, okay? You still have to live in some kind of reality. Be willing to forgive. Ask the angels to clear your mind and body of past pain in exchange for peace. This screams. Like I said, I feel like this is forgiveness. I feel like this is marital stuff, especially with the last pile. There was, you know, some marital affair stuff that popped up. So I feel like there's some people watching this who are going through stuff in their relationships. Whether this is an ex that is coming back, or this is, you know, finding out some stuff in your marriage or in your relationship. Forgiveness is not going to be easy for everybody. Some people can easily forgive and move on. Some people don't. So that's where the pain is, right? That's where the healing is taking place. So I feel like this is kind of like seeking help, asking your angels or your guides for help, asking them to remove some of these things that are on your heart and your feelings, right? Get rid of it, to help you grow, to help you free yourself from it. And lastly, we have Archangel Zapkiel with ecstasy. So that kind of goes hand in hand with the with the fantasy card. I feel like it's like, yes, this is a week of needing to be on task and getting stuff done and dealing with reality, but I also feel, don't forget that you can have fun, especially because we're dealing with that solar plexus energy. So don't forget that you can have fun and to pretty much set yourself a reminder, right? A reminder to just enjoy some one-on-one time with yourself, with your kids, with whoever, whatever, doing things that you love. You don't always have to be 100% involved. Sometimes it's nice to escape, but be careful with how often you are escaping, because this can also be a toxic if you're avoiding reality, which is why I feel the Hierophant card came up for you guys this week, because maybe some of you guys have been purposely avoiding reality, and so that's kind of like where you need to have that even balance of the two. All right, you guys, this that was like quite a reading. This is your reading for the week. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you here next time. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Hi guys, this is going to be pile number 3. You guys chose the yellow jasper. So we're gonna go ahead and check out your cards for this week. I'm gonna start off with the tarot. I'm gonna try things a little bit differently this time. So the theme for your guys' week this week is the Justice card. So justice is balance, okay? This is you guys needing to maintain balance in your life. Some of you are putting more focus in other areas and not enough in other ones. So for example, maybe your house is a mess, right? Maybe it's just crazy. It looks like a tornado went through it because you've been putting so much attention on work, okay? Or, you know, maybe it's you guys need to tend to the free time, the fun time, right? As spending time with your lover. Maybe you've been doing so much else with your business if you work from home and whatnot, but maybe you haven't spent enough time with your lovey. So make sure that you guys are devoting enough balance within all the areas of your life. That's justice. I also see this as a theme too of a lot of people receiving good news. A lot of people of receiving finally what it is that you've been waiting for. So justice will sometimes come through to show you that you're going to finally get what you deserve, whether hopefully it's a good thing. But, you know, karma is going to be making some visits this week. So whatever energy you've been putting out there into the world, you're going to be receiving it this week. Okay. So beginning about pretty much Monday through Thursday, we have the Page of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. So this is a good batch of cards here. The Page of Wands to me is, you know, switching up your, like, I feel like this is kind of switching up with the way you do things. Trying to kind of try something different, maybe stuff that you've been usually trying to do, or you're stuck in a cycle, it's not working, right? Especially if you are needing to rebalance areas in your life. So I feel like the Page of Wands is like you're kind of seeking a new path, or you're seeking a new way of doing things that is going to help you be a little bit more successful this week. We have Nine of Pentacles and Three of Cups. So I do see this as kind of a nice, fulfilling work week. It looks to be abundant. I feel like this new flow, this new quest to try something different, to switch up your routine a little bit, is going to kind of be a nice breath of fresh air for some of you. So I see that Nine of Pentacles is kind of like you're going to be living the life. It's also, we are... So a lot of us who get paid at the beginning of the month, I know we do. So my hubby gets paid at the beginning of the month. It's payday. So usually like you feel really good, right? That Nine of Pentacles kind of resembles that. It's like, hey, let's celebrate. We just got paid. We have some money in our account again. Just be careful with how much you indulge, okay? Because that Three of Cups is like, it can easily become a negative if you just overindulge. So make sure that you are balancing out. Those of you guys who are getting paid or receiving that check or whatever the case, make sure that you are putting the money aside for the savings, you're putting money away for the bills, and then you have your money to play with too, okay? But overall, I feel like your vibe, this feels like a very, very chill work week. So that's good news. So let's look at your weekend. Ooh, so your weekend, we have the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Five of Wands. So the weekend is going to be a little bit tough. For some of you, the weekend can kind of be a little bit like that Four of Pentacles is, oh, I really don't want to go home. I really don't want to go out kind of thing. But then maybe the other one, the significant other wants to, so you guys might be butting heads. I kind of see that. I kind of see that with the cards. So the weekend, I would say it's kind of like you guys need to be mutually agreeing on what it is that you want to do, right? I know it was payday. I know you guys have money. Maybe there's plans to go to a birthday party or something, but then it's kind of like, should we really be doing that? I don't know. So I kind of see that energy coming through too. I have to say, I feel like for you guys, this feels like a very simple week. I just got done with the other two piles, and man, oh man, those other two piles were rough. They definitely have a lot going on in their lives. So if you picked this pile, I'm not saying that you don't, but I feel like the vibe this week is very like simplicity. So it's kind of good to keep it that way. I feel like the Four of Pentacles too is guiding you. As much as you guys want to go out and spend money this weekend, it may not be a good idea. Okay, so I will say that. So be mindful of the spending, even though we just freshly got paid. You guys want to make sure that you're building a savings. I always say that when I get the Four of Pentacles and we're talking about money. So some of you guys need to hear that, because I feel like sometimes it's easy to make the wrong choice with your spending, especially if we just got paid. So just be mindful of that, okay? Let's drop this down a little bit so we can see the table. All right, so the Oracle cards, we have the protection. So protection, this is the moon in Aries is popping up. So being protective, or is it being possessive? Okay. But being protective could be possessive or protective of money. So like I said, somebody, if this is a relationship, someone doesn't want to spend money and the other one does. But I also kind of see this card as indicating a week of, you know, needing to protect what is really close, what is really important. Okay. Really paying attention to what matters are important here. This could also be protection of your children. Okay. Watching over them, you know, making sure that everything is good in their lives and in their world too. Make sure that you're checking in with people who are very close to you in your inner circle, just making sure everyone's good, right? Because sometimes it's like, especially right now when we're not involved in everyone's lives as often because we're really not supposed to be around, you know, a lot of people in big groups. A lot of people are not checking in with their friends and family as much. So I kind of get that vibe too. Like, make sure that you are just, you know, call up your mom and dad if it's been a while since you've seen them, and just see how they're doing. Okay. We have let go. Whew, this let go card. I feel like this is all nasty energy right here. That's like the first thing I felt right now when I saw this. It's kind of blocking the pretty view, right? So I feel like letting go, there's stuff that you guys are holding on to that's kind of blocking the good stuff to come in, the good vibes, the good energy, right? And that's what I'm talking about too with justice. When you are not putting enough attention on, maybe this is self-care, right? So you're just kind of like there's stuff you need to let go of that is causing a kind of like a disruption between you and the beauty of life, right? You're not able to see everything clearly because you have like this big disruption, this big static that's in the way. So I kind of see that as letting go of stuff that some of you guys are holding on to things that don't need to be held on to. It's like holding on to grudges. It's just, what's the point, right? What is the point of holding on to such nasty energy when it's just like, let it go, right? We have magic and ritual crafting sacred practice. I love it. So this is for my witchies. My witchies, or my people who are just into like their little rituals and stuff this week. We're ending a month, so maybe some of you guys will be, you know, focusing on that. Maybe you guys are going to be doing some candle stuff or some crystal, you know, grids. You'd be surprised, you know, the people, if you chose this pile, you'll be like, oh my God, I was going to do this huge ritual and here it is. But whatever the case may be, your craft is sometimes just your art projects, right? Or your hobbies and stuff. But getting involved in that this week too is going to be a good thing. I feel like it's going to be a healing process too. So if maybe you're opting to not go out and spend money and be around a bunch of people, instead you're going to stay in and work on your hobbies, right? Work on your self-care, that kind of thing. We also got two cards. We got two cards from this deck that wanted to come out. The Eye of Horus, Awakening Divine Perception. Oh, I love it. So it's kind of funny because this is actually my gatekeeper in my meditations. This is exactly who I see that holds the pretty much the keys to opening my door to go on into the other realms. So I know that sounds a bit out there, but that's exactly what I see. So that's kind of funny. Anyways, Eye of Horus, Awakening Divine Perception. This is opening your third eye, you guys. Opening your eyes, opening your third eye to everything, right? Don't be so closed-minded. Some of you guys, don't be so closed-minded. Open your eyes to reality and what else is out there, right? Don't be so locked into your own bubble. Same thing with the Justice card. Again, the theme of the week. Some of you guys, karma is checking in, okay? I feel like I have to say that. Karma is checking in. Be aware of the energy that you're putting out there into the world. Are you being closed-minded? Are you being, you know, small-minded? Are you being too possessive, too protective of yourself or whatever, and you're not opening up? You're not seeing the everything else, you know? You're only seeing part of the picture. So I kind of see that too with the cards. So a lot of you guys are going to have to find it in yourself to open your heart and your eyes to everything that's going on, right? Goddess of Awakening. This is a wondrous time of exploration, romance, and creativity. So being awakened to, like I said, your projects, putting your attention to other things and less on, oh, I want to go out and spend money kind of stuff, right? So some of you guys are really going to be feeling connected on a artistic level. So really putting your artsy fartsy self into mode this week, getting involved in hobbies and whatnot. It's going to be an awakening process for you. Maybe that's why I was seeing my gatekeeper in this card, because this awakening card can also indicate some of you guys will be into meditations and stuff, and maybe you will actually it will involve, you know, yourselves opening up, which is kind of like that feel that I have is like, you guys need to open up yourselves more, a little bit more to what else is around you, and not just reality, but also like the spiritual. Some of you guys really need to open up to that. We have unity coming up. So this could be working one-on-one with you and a lover. So we kind of saw that too with the whole, like one person wants to do something, the other one doesn't. Some of you guys, if you're experiencing a little bit of a hiccup in your relationship, the unity is just reminding you guys to work as a team. So teamwork is necessary this week. Whether that's with your lover or maybe this unity card is working one-on-one. I'm not one-on-one, but working as a team with other people in your workplace or in your life or whatnot. The fairies card, you have a strong bond with fairies and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. It's really interesting that this card came up because I was getting a lot of earth energy, the other two piles, and here it is again. So just like I was telling the other two piles, you guys really need to focus on putting your feet in the grass, grounding yourself, that root chakra energy. Getting yourself outside, you know, if you need to go outside and just kind of recalibrate and refocus your attention, especially if you like you've been just kind of in a tunnel vision for the last few days, the earth will reset you. And that was a huge message for some of my other people in my other piles. So I feel like you guys needed to hear the same thing. So getting out there in nature as well. And lastly, we have Archangel Jophiel, liberation. So spreading your wings and setting yourself free. Liberate yourselves. Like I said, opening your mind, being more open-minded, spreading your wings, not being so closed, because I see that too. The Four of Pentacles is also being very closed. A lot of you guys need to practice that. It's opening your heart, expanding your horizons, okay? So I hope I don't offend anyone. I'm not saying that you guys are all closed-minded, but I just get that feeling of like some people have been very tunnel vision mode lately. So there needs to be a little bit of opening your mind and your heart, okay? Just experience everything. All right, you guys, this concludes your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys have a beautiful week, and I will see you guys here next week. Love you. Bye.